Hey, all happy Monday. We are back and better than ever with a brand new video that I personally have been looking forward to. I texted Trent actually today.
30 minutes ago, to be exact.
That's kind of how we roll with video ideas. And I know it's been a while since we've done a distillery review, but I know we've highlighted some Cedar Ridge bottles, but I wanted to take an actual video and just concentrate and showcase Cedar Ridge.
I love it.
Yeah. My opinion, we all have them. I have them. I personally feel that Cedar Ridge is one of the best bangs for the buck that you can buy in whiskey, period.
I could agree with that, actually.
In a whole.
Yeah.
Trent. I'm talking in a whole.
I could agree with that.
They're very cost efficient. You absolutely get quality whiskey for the price.
100%.
And that's all we all want. You know, we're going to shell out some money. We just want to know we're getting a quality product in return.
I don't know. So Cedar Ridge is in Iowa. I don't know exactly where in Iowa, but they also have their own winery. Mm-hmm. And I think that's where they got started.
Yes.
Was with wine.
Yeah.
So, and then I don't know at what point they kind of started to delve into the whiskeys and whatnot, or what their first offering was. Do you know?
I did just a touch of reading, and they said they've been distilling spirits since 2005.
Oh, so a while.
Yeah.
Actually, I was looking for, this is their core lineup, by the way.
Yeah.
But I was looking for the rye, and then you said that the rye wasn't a part of their core lineup, which kind of shocked me a little bit.
Yeah.
But I was actually going through some of my Cedar Ridge bottles, and I have a Lost Pirate rum. That is a port finished rum. It's delicious. I think it was like $40.
A port finished rum?
I'll bring it over. It's delicious.
Holy
I
cow.
think Rodney or Paul, I think Paul might have sent it to me, or Rodney or someone, but it's amazing. But their other stuff is also amazing and very affordable, which is why we kind of wanted to talk about it.
Yeah, I am a little bit surprised they don't have a rye in their core lineup, but they do have quite a few limited releases that involve their rye. We actually had a barrel pick of their rye, and it was phenomenal.
Yeah, it was an 8-year, and it's still, the 8-year was still like $55.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's just get into it, because we could just talk and talk. Let's just start. Yeah. We'll go as we go. Yeah. This is just their entry level bourbon here, Trenton. This is 86 proof, so the proof is a little bit low. This is about $35.
I don't know the availability of Cedar Ridge products, because they are, compared to some of the more heritage or larger guys, they are on the smaller side.
Absolutely, they're a craft distillery.
Yeah,
Yeah, and they're very proud of that.
Yeah,
very proud of it. Family owned craft distillery, and look on their website. If you're interested in purchasing, they do have kind of a list of states they can't ship to, but you can purchase on their website. $35 though. I think that's. I mean, at this point, Trent, even some of the stalwarts that we had here in the budget category are reaching up there in that $30 level.
How do you describe what you have back here? I'm going to try and talk to the mic and also look behind me. That's not necessarily easy. I would make an argument that a Cedar Ridge should be like kind of back there as a stalwart type of a product.
Yeah, I do have, especially on bar top level, or actually on counter level, I have a lot of the mixing and budget type whiskeys and spirits in general that I use for mixing cocktails.
I think that'd be a great one to add.
Yeah,
honestly, this is
more.
One of the better. This is probably top 5 budget ones for me.
That's why I wanted to do this show, Trenton. That's why I wanted to do this show.
It's like lemony. It's got like a lemongrass type of a thing. It's really nice. It's sweet, like a sugar cane type of a vibe.
And a brown sugar in there, a tiny bit of oak. For $35, you just listed off 2 or 3 tasting notes like that.
Yeah, it wasn't hard.
There's many $30 bourbons that I taste that you kind of have to search for, and it's pretty good. You know what I mean? You just rattle off 2 or 3 tasting notes on a $35 bottle.
And it's really good.
And that's just, I'm going to put it out right just like that. I mean, $35. I just don't know how you go wrong. I know it's 86 proof. This is a fabulous bourbon to pour somebody that's never had it.
I would guess that this is more of a 94 to 100 proof. It doesn't have the lack of flavor like a bottle that's in the mid 80s kind of usually does, at least when you're talking more of a budget. We're not talking like an Old Crow or like, you know, those
Number
other
8.
kind of bunch of very
Right.
old Barton, those types. This actually has some really nice depth of flavor, and it's
It does.
really well rounded.
Yeah, and just to go back to what you said there, when you said it's taste in the 94 to 100 range, you're not talking bite and proof. You're talking
No.
specifically flavor.
Yeah.
What you get out of the flavor. He's exactly right. It's very hard to find depth of flavor in any bourbon that's out there that's, you know, towards bottom shelf or budget that's in that 80 proof range.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, and that's what he's trying to say.
This is a great one.
I completely agree with
This is
it.
a great one.
Let's move on, dude.
What do we got?
This is the barrel proof bourbon
Okay.
that rolls up next.
This is 116. Number 3 char, not
Yep.
chill filter.
Barrel proof bourbon. I saved this on my phone, Trenton, so I can make sure
Ooh,
pricing.
okay.
Plus, I wanted to say a few things at the end here too. So it's weird. I'm actually using my phone and not a pad of
I
paper.
know. I'm actually really
Did
surprised.
you fall over there? Or
I almost
are you
did.
all right?
I almost did. I don't think you've ever done that. It's kind of weird.
On their website, it lists the barrel proof bourbon at $49, $48.99.
Unless you're talking like a benchmark full proof or like a Trader Joe's type of a thing, I'm struggling to think of many like barrel proof things that you can get that are around that
Yeah,
around that price point.
around that $50 or less price point. They're
Very common theme.
hard to find.
The biggest common theme with Cedar Ridge, and you're probably going to hear us talk about it ad nauseum today, is just the price to value that you get.
100%.
It's incredible, and not just with these 3 products that are part of their core lineup, but if you check their website, they have double barrels, they have the Amontillado sherry finishes, they got the port
Yeah.
run, the Rye,
We'll get into that.
unreal.
We'll get into that.
It's delicious. It's that, but elevated. Ooh, though, there's this like grapey note in there a little bit.
Brown sugar is just amped up for me on this one too.
It's got a little bit. It's got like a little bit of a kick that I kind of like. Oh, the mash bill's on the back here too.
Okay.
74% Iowa corn, 14% rye, and 12% two-row malted barley.
Yeah.
That kind of makes sense. A blend of barrels aged 3 to 4 years.
Yeah.
I like
So,
the barley in there.
yeah. I love it that they're transparent. All this stuff is distilled right there too. None of this is sourced,
Yeah.
right? So
I don't know though. Well, no. For some reason, I'm thinking that Cedar Ridge is also like a farm, kind of like the folks at like Freight Ranch or something.
it is.
It is. So when they're saying Iowa corn, is this their own corn?
Some, maybe some.
Okay.
When the little bit of reading that I did, that's how they started out, using their own grains from their own farm.
Oh.
But now they've reached a point to where they're a decent bit larger.
Yeah.
So now they're sourcing within the state
Oh, okay. Cool.
for the grains,
Interesting.
but they try to keep it as local as they can.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah. Guys, it's great. $48, barrel proof bourbon, 115 of whatever, 116 proof. Just like Trent was talking about.
Price to value.
Cost to value.
Cost
price
of value. Amazing. This. Sorry. I'll wait until you're kind of finished with that. I can't remember when it was, but you introduced me. We're going to move on to the final one up here, which is their American Single Malt, the quintessential signature blend. This is 92 proof.
Yep.
I think this might have been the first ones that you had me try that was a single malt.
Maybe.
And between Cedar Ridge and Stranahan and Westward, I think Cedar Ridge does probably the second best American single malt in the country.
That's what
Yeah,
you're sticking with?
I seriously. Stranahan's, I think Stranahan's is good, but I really like the mocha notes and stuff that I get from like a Westward and like this one as well.
Yeah. No, I'll promise you this. I'd have to think about it. There's quite a bit more American single malts that I have over there and that I like than you would have at home in your collection. But I'll promise you this. Cedar Ridge would definitely be in my top 5 somewhere.
It's delicious.
They would land in my top 5 somewhere. It might even be in the top 3. I don't know. I'd have to think about it. But everything they do with their American single malt is fantastic.
We should.
You ready for this, Trent?
Yes,
Price on this one? You ready?
I'm ready.
$60. $60.
I would be very interested to take the core, like do a blind or even like a show where we take the signatures or the entry level single malts from a bunch of different American single malt distilleries and see which one comes out on top.
Love to do that. I've got a decent amount of those over there actually.
Let us know if you want to see that.
Yeah,
we'll probably do it anyways because it sounds like a lot of fun. But
I would love to
the
do
illusion of choice, right?
that. Yeah.
Is that what it is?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'll
we'll
go
say
with
that.
it. I'll go with it.
This is just pure like Hershey's milk chocolate.
Yeah, I was just chocolatey. That was going to be mine. Get a lot of that chocolate from those barley sugars, Trenton.
Is that where that's coming from?
Mm-hmm.
That's weird though, because I've eaten a lot of raw barley, and none of it tastes like chocolate.
Yeah,
and I wish it did.
Yeah,
but
for me, it's brown sugar and chocolate.
Kind of as I was sipping it, it reminded me a little bit of like a Wisconsin Dells or a Kalahari note with like a little bit of like a little bit of a water park chlorine type of a thing. But I liked it. It was nice.
Really?
Took me back to being a kid.
I was going to say, you remember those days when your mom and I took you to Kalahari and
6 hour car rides smashed between Corey and Kyle. It was not fun.
the money pit, which is called Wisconsin Dells. Yeah, dude, a lot of money was for five kids going.
Yeah, did they ever appreciate that?
I don't know if they did, honey, if they truly did or not.
Well, like Universal Studios when it cost $600 just to walk through the door with the 5 kids. You know?
Yeah, your mom and I didn't go for us.
We're 12. We don't know what money is at 12.
But do you appreciate it now at least?
Yeah, I never said I didn't. It was fun. I remember we got this like shirt at Wisconsin Dells, and I got like the airbrush on it, and it was probably like $50 for a gilded black T-shirt with some spray paint on it. It was cool nonetheless. I also got one of those trucker hats with the white front on it with my name on it. There, yeah, man.
I don't remember.
Did you guys get the henna tattoos, or was that just the girls?
I think that was just Raquel and Kayla. We were probably playing DDR in the arcade somewhere.
That I remember.
Oh, yeah.
You guys were really into that.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Those were the days.
This is delightful.
It is.
I think this has got more flavor than, like, for me personally, a Strain of Hands for their core release. But it's nice and light, but it still has those chocolatey notes without being, like, really viscous.
Right. Right. I enjoy it. Now, for an entry-level American single malt, I love it. It's got the barley sugars in there that I just love. It's got a little hint of brown sugar. There's not really, do you get your fruit notes in there? I'm not really getting that.
I'm getting myself. I'm almost getting like a rum raisin type of a vibe in there with the chocolate, but I don't. There's nothing that's like an appley or a strawberry, a prune fig, nothing like that.
Yeah.
Well,
great stuff.
Raisin.
Yeah. All great stuff. And again, let me reiterate. $35, $49, $60. So 35, 50, 60.
Yeah.
They're core releases. Nice. Now, the main reason, Trent, I got my phone out here because I'm just going to read just a little bit down the line here for you and some of these people at Cedar Ridge, they do a fabulous job at their limited releases. They have a plethora of limited releases that come out every year. I have no idea. I should have looked into this, but there's a way to get on an email list or something to be notified of some of the releases.
I'll have to ask.
Yeah, we need to do that because if there's a way, I would suggest that you do that because some of their limited releases, all of them are fantastic. Some of them are otherworldly.
Like,
I mean, honestly.
Specifically with their American single malts.
Yeah.
They've got, like, I have a honey one, I have an apricot brandy one. I probably have 7 different American single malt finishes for them. They're all fantastic.
I got a cigar batch. There's a peated variety over there that's some kind of a malt cask or something. I haven't even, when I was looking for some of this stuff, I haven't even opened it yet. I have no idea.
I'm surprised.
I absolutely love their limited release when it comes out with their red wine estate cask finish.
Ooh, yeah.
Just fantastic. Trenton and a couple of videos ago, and that's what kind of got my brain churning on this with the Amontillado finish. That's one that was otherworldly for me. Remember the sherry finish that we tasted at their distillery? It wasn't quite out yet, but they were generous enough and gracious to give us a sample. That's another one to me that was otherworldly. It was so good.
I think that's the one I begged and pleaded for us to be able to buy the barrel of that. But they said, no, it's already spoken for by us. And I was like, okay, that's fine.
How much was that Amontillado? You remember?
$60 or $65.
That's what I'm talking about right now. That's what I'm talking about right now.
8-year rye for like $55. Yeah. That's not coming out too often anymore.
No.
And it was fantastic. They have a double barrel rye coming out here soon. There is some other, I think they do like an untitled series or something. I think that's coming out here in the next month or so before the end of the year.
Well, right now on their website, guys, right now, they have a double barrel rye, $50. They got a maple finished rye, $45. They've got a port cask finish straight rye, $50 on the website, right now on the website. I'm looking at it.
Well, I'm gonna have to
Bottle
buy
and
all
bond
these.
bourbon, $45. Bottle and bond rye, $49. All right, this is just on there. It's on their website, and these are sold out, so there's no price ranges on this. But just to give you a little bit of idea of how on the edge they are with their finishing processes and their single malt selections, they have the single cask Syria Tokaji finish. This is their cigar malt. I can't remember who helped me with that one, and I apologize for that. But, I mean, I can go on down the line. I have a honey over there that's just, I mean, honestly, to die for.
It's really
legitimately. Tractors helped me get that one. There's just so many of them I can't remember. They come out with all kinds of different finish process for their American single malt that's just lovely, and all of them are under $100. I'm wanting to say they're roughly around $80.
That sounds about right. 80, 85, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Roughly around $80, and they are exquisite.
I can vouch for
whiskeys.
that. Yeah.
So the theme of the show today, if you want the best bang for your buck, the distillery, in my opinion, that's delivering that, the front runner, Cedar Ridge, out of Iowa.
I feel like we should showcase, like similar to how we do the top 5 whiskeys, we should do like the top 5 distilleries where a lot of things get taken into account, like the price of the juice, the availability of it, like maybe the uniqueness or something, or the plethora of different kind of releases that they're coming out with, because I can guarantee you Cedar Ridge would be on that list.
Yeah, no doubt.
I have a couple others in mind, but let us know if you want to see that too. We could do that as a part of our best of 2024.
Great family too, and I love that too.
Yeah.
Just a great family there. We had a fantastic time, and family operated, family owned.
Was that last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
Oh, it was this year. We went down there early this year, wasn't it?
I don't know. Time flies.
Yeah,
Time flies when you're having fun.
I know. Our barrel picks came out from Cedar Ridge this year. And just to give you an idea how much we like them, in the price ranges, we selected 4 barrels. That has never happened. Rarely do we get 2 barrels. Here we got 4.
Yeah, and all the prices were like $50-$60 for each. Nuts.
Crazy. All right, guys, that's all we have for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a good time. And sometimes you just need to highlight good folks doing good things with whiskey. All right, as always, we ask you to please drink responsibly. See you next time right down here with Trent and me in a good old basement bourbon bar. See you later.